everyone. Welcome to the intuitive card reading, the weekly for the week of November 18th through 24th. I hope everybody's doing okay. And what else have to tell you before we start this? Let's cover up the stains here. Please like this video. Please subscribe to this channel. Please share this video with anybody that needs to hear the energies of the week, because that's what we do. We pull cards. I use my intuition. It's a combination of figuring out what the week is going to look like. And comments down below. I just ask that you be kind. And that's it. I'd love to hear how it resonates with you. That always gives me so much joy. All right, let's begin, guys. All right, what do we need? We need peace. Oh boy, does this resonate right off the bat. Something tells me this is for not just the collective, but us Americans, right? We need peace. Man, this resonates with me. I've been a little bit of a crazy pants in the last week and a half in American politics, but everybody has been, I'm assuming, or at least that's what I'm seeing. Maybe not everybody, but like I said, this is for the collective, so maybe it doesn't hit everybody, but Americans, yeah, we could definitely use this for sure. So we need peace. Doesn't even have to be like that. Another example would be if we're trying to change things so much, we're trying to change a relationship, we're trying to force things that don't work. We're doing everything in our power to not have peace. We're disturbed. I would say probably the opposite of peace is we have this disturbed energy, so we need it. We really need to calm down, take a breath, and find peace any way we can. Okay. Let's continue to pull cards, because maybe this energy will intertwine with other things. Okay, so we have thief upside down, stealing money, creative ideas, affection, or other powers you think you lack. Okay, so action needed. So, okay, we need to stop. So basically it's saying to stop doing these things. Okay, so lack mindset right now. We're having this lack mindset that we need to emulate other people or ideas, or do what other people are doing, or act the way other people are acting. Or if we're starting a business, we're using the same exact blueprint or business plan as a successful person. To me, the opposite of this is being innovative and using your own ideas and doing it the way that you want to be doing it. And so so action needed is basically saying that we have to embody that energy. So basically it's saying we really need to do the things that we need to do. Not the things that we need to do. Sorry, I misspoke. We need to do the things that we need to do, but we have to do it in our own original, authentic voice or way, okay? Because we're stealing ideas, or we're taking ideas, or we're thinking that we have to copy someone or something in order to be successful, and that's not true. So we need to start taking action on original ideas or things, and not necessarily copying other people, okay? So we need to be, another way to kind of say this is be our authentic selves and do what feels authentic to us, okay? Interesting stuff. All right, issue. Moon, take note of intuitive messages. Okay, so we have, we're having some issues this week listening to your own intuition. I'm biased here because that is always the way, in my opinion. I sway that way, but logic is always good too, right? Use our brains, critical thinking skills. But this is saying that we're having issues listening to our intuition. So if it doesn't feel right, it probably is not. And go with that on more feelings this week. All right, what else do we have challenged with? Round and round. Okay, so this sometimes is about patterns, not all the time. Sometimes it's about routines and doing cyclical things. And I feel like it is the latter. So this is about doing things in a routine, in a discipline, in a doing things that work, for example, too. And so the fact that it's under challenge is that we're having challenges with this. We're having issues being in a routine. We're having issues getting organized. We're having issues being disciplined, all of these things. So we're having issues doing that, but Spirit is saying this would benefit us greatly. This will help us find success this week. So do your best there, but something tells me a lot of you guys are gonna be having challenges. All right, what do we need to change? Detective, great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Okay, intuition right here. So it is changing. All right, so we might have issues this week with intuition, but something tells me towards the end of the week, we're really going to start really trusting in that again, embodying that again. And so we have the desire to seek out the truth. Great. So there might be something going on between these two cards here. So we're getting more into that detective mindset. So we're digging deeper. We're going with our intuitive hunches. We're following that. So something is going on this week that maybe you discover from an intuitive hit or download, and you want to go deeper with that. And so that's what's changing. So I will say, if in the last weeks or months you haven't necessarily been as curious as usual, this is definitely changing for sure, because the detective is curious. The detective checks all leads, checks all balances, looks at things in a deeper way. And we're really trying to get down to the truth, like really finding the truth. And this could be like truth with a capital T, which to me is the truth of the universe, more like broad and bigger spectrum type of things, or it could really have something to do with little things in your life. Like maybe you are trying to figure out the truth of, I misspoke again. I'm having a bad brain day, by the way. Sorry. So I sometimes say the wrong word or going in the wrong direction here, but basically what I'm trying to say, or it could be more grounded. All right. So we can do more bigger picture stuff or more grounded things. Trying to figure out the truth of maybe your family ancestry or something like that. That's not small, right? That's pretty big. So there's something happening where you're changing as a person to become more curious, and more curious in the way of following your intuition, not necessarily, yes, observations, yes, evidence, yes, hunches or tips or whatever, but mostly your intuition. So you're going on that hunch. So that's great. You're finally listening and you're changing things in your life to kind of reflect that. Okay, focus, animal guard, trust your instincts. Wow. Okay. So instincts to me just means like a more bodily, and I've been saying the word embodying a lot. I just noticed, I think I said it like 3 times already. So we're, that's what intuition means to me. I feel instincts means to me. It means embodying intuition. That's really all it is, right? It's the same thing. It's just you can feel more, within, not necessarily in your head. So basically saying focus on that. Okay, so listen to what your body is saying, and utilize those intuitive messages as well as like, again, actually, I will say this. This is basically saying you may get them more through your body, and you might have issues from a more, I don't know what the word is, more headspace, or how do I say this, spiritual realm, whereas maybe things like gut feelings are going to be more prevalent. So focus on those as well. But again, focus on both, but you're going to have issues the other way. But yes, gut feelings all the way. All right, what do we need to reflect on? Co-creation. Okay, co-creation is always partnership. From a bigger picture level, thinking about the universe, this is about manifestation. This is about working with others and co-creating something together. Manifestation, basically. I don't know if there's any other word to say it. But also to partnership could be on a more grounded level. So you could be, and again, this is actually under reflect. So you could be thinking about more so, because reflection is kind of like not necessarily a doing, like action needed is. It's like more of like a more masculine, like let's get this done thing. But this is more about like, how do you work with other people? Do you want to work with other people going forward? Or maybe, and again, I'm relating this career, doesn't have to be, but maybe you are kind of ready to go freelance and on your own. Maybe you're with a team for a really long time and you're kind of branching off. Maybe you're in a singing group or something. And maybe you're a solo singer and now you want to be in a band, whatever it actually is. There's something here with, doing it by yourself versus doing it with a group. So definitely reflect on that, how that's changing for you. Could go either way, could go from solo to group, could go from group to solo. I would say going more to group because this is partnership. And also been getting a lot of messages lately about us getting in actual community and moving more towards that, especially like for the new year, but I've gotten it all year. So we're entering a time like of more co-creation, basically. But also reflecting on what you want to manifest is always a good thing. So thinking about that is always good. So twofold here, and lots to think about. All right, we have upside down hermit, withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Okay, so it came in upside down. So your responsibilities are, speaking of getting more into community, see, we've got, and I think we've gotten the upside down hermit too, probably in health and wellness, I think, in maybe the last week or so. But yeah, this is just kind of another idea, another energy, not idea, energy that is really ushering us into more community. Yeah, because it's basically saying, because it came in upside down, and basically it's saying it's not doing us any favors anymore. And I think that was kind of the same energy with the card last time. It's like, we're not doing ourselves any favors being solo, okay? We're not doing ourselves any favors by hiding our light. We're not doing ourselves any favors by not being seen. We're not doing any favors to anyone if we're not putting ourselves out there, you know, and trying something new or doing something different, you know, that kind of thing. So our responsibilities are to really look at that, our relationship with the hermit, you know, that hermit archetype. Because let me tell you guys, I've been quite the hermit myself in the last 3+ years. But I do feel this energy. This does resonate with me, that it's time for me to kind of step back out, you know, show my face maybe, kind of thing. So yeah, this is pushing us out, kind of out of that. And yeah, and could be also pushing ourselves out of like a comfort zone of not being seen. And this is basically saying it's not really serving us as much as we think. Or it could have served us in the past, and it's just not, you know, serving us as much as we thought, or it was, you know, previously. Okay, so money and finances. It says, Knight, be brave and honest. Okay, you guys know I put career in this category. Be brave and honest. Okay, so this is about being honest about something at work. This is about telling the truth. This is about, even when it's hard, because it's saying be brave, right? It's saying tell the truth even when it's really hard. Okay, so if you feel like you're not being paid your worth, be honest, okay? There's something, and maybe you're afraid to say something because you're afraid that you're going to lose your job, or you're not going to get the raise if you say that, or something. It's really calling for some radical honesty here when it comes to money, finances, and career. This could also be being brave and standing up to ourselves, like admitting the truth to ourselves. Like maybe we got a lot of messages last week about this. Not living up to our potential, keeping ourselves stuck, not shooting for the stars, knowing that you want a particular, maybe, by the way, money, finances, and career, also schooling, okay? This really has anything to do with how you will eventually make money, purpose, and all that stuff. So I put schooling in here. So maybe you always wanted to go back to school. But it's scary because you're older or something like that. Or you feel like you're not good enough. Or, by the way, I just watched Legally Blonde yesterday. So, guys, watch that movie. That will inspire you, let me tell you. I love that movie. It's so cute. But yeah, so be brave and honest about what you actually truly want out of your money, finances, career, schooling. Okay? Surprises. To be fair. Okay, so this is really about justice. This is about evening things out, balancing things. Being fair, seeing both perspectives, that kind of thing. So it's under surprise, so basically it comes kind of out of nowhere where you're able to maybe see a different perspective. Now we can tie that back to what I was saying about peace. Peace is, I can't really define it right now, but it's actually, maybe I can define it just by the terms of flow versus force, because when we're continuing to force something, we're just not at peace. Like when we're continuing to try to control something, we're just not at peace. So if we're able to kind of minimize that or get rid of that by maybe seeing a different perspective, rearranging your thoughts, doing a reframe, or yeah, I don't know if I can explain it anymore. I think you guys get it. But also too, this could also be balance in some way. So this has multiple meanings, so stick with me here, guys. It could also be finally you've been overworking or something, and then something happens where you have some time off. It could be something as small as like you getting sick, and then all of a sudden you have a week off or something like that. Like there's something here that's kind of like balancing the scales of not only balance, fairness, and justice, but like of the energy of what's kind of going on in your life. So it's a surprise that kind of comes out of nowhere. So that could look different for a lot of different people, and again could be attached to the peace card as well, as far as seeing different perspectives and being fair in your judgments, being fair in your perspectives and that kind of thing. I do also want to say I'm like getting like a mediator. I want to say that word because I feel like I'm getting like that kind of vibe. You might act like as a mediator or something that helps keep the peace. However that looks, again, this is for the collective, so it can look very differently for a lot of different people, but you can find yourself in a mediator kind of role or position that really comes out of a surprise, comes as a surprise to you. Okay, we have friends, upside down, nature, child. Okay, tendency to abuse animals, people, and the environment. Okay, I don't think anybody's out there torturing. I mean, this is the collective, so I don't know. Let's not go there in that dark thoughts. But basically, this is saying that we are not being as attentive to nature as possible. We're not being attentive to the natural things in life. We're not being attentive to our environment. So this really could have something to, it's under friends. So basically, this could mean like we're not being attentive to, or taking advantage of. Could be not being attentive to, not taking advantage of, taking advantage of like our friend group, or taking our friends for granted or something like that, because I know it could be literal environment. I don't know, maybe, God, what's a good example for literal environment in this section here? This could be, maybe, okay, here's one. There's a really wonderful hiking trail towards the end of the, hiking experience at the end of the week that you and your friends are not taking advantage of. Okay, that could be the literal message here. So if that's it, and you guys are saying, oh, I can't get off of work, we can't get together, I would take this as a sign to take advantage of it. Okay, so that's what that means. So, and it's under child nature too, meaning that it could really help with inner child stuff as well. At least that's how I interpret it. But all right, that one's a little tricky, but I would, again, guys, comments down below. I would love to see how this, because sometimes I get these energies and I'm like, what is going on? And it's really, it's interesting to see how it unfolds for people, or how it resonates with people, or how it manifests in their life, because again, sometimes I feel like it's gibberish that I'm saying, but 9 times out of 10 people say, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. So down below would be great. All right, romantic connection, protection, guardian, drop your shields. Okay, so this is really about letting your guard down, being more vulnerable, dropping any pretenses, not judging somebody by the first impressions. It's saying put your guard down. It's under romantic connection. So if you're a single person, dating this week will be a more vulnerable experience than it has been, I would say, or you would greatly benefit from it being a more vulnerable experience for you. Also more intimate, those that are coupled up, partnered, it's a more, feels more connected and intimate. So yeah, there's actually not much more I can say about that. What's important? A lot of things are important, but what is Spirit trying to tell us here? Building blocks. Okay, so this is about creating something. It's a good time for a creative project. It's a time to start something that's new. I'm getting this feeling that's saying like, start that one thing, okay? Start that one thing. And the round and round, the routine, the discipline would really be helpful for this, but we're having challenges with it. But it's important to keep the eye on the prize. It's important to know that you can build something from scratch. And again, that action needed card with the, working off of an original idea, it's important to understand that you can do it. And not only is it just an idea, you can make it happen. So we've got some masculine energy here. That's basically saying that you can start something. You can create something. You can build something, okay? Whatever it is. And this could be a relationship. It's right next to a romantic connection. It's not just a business. Not everybody out there is an entrepreneur, and that's okay. Most people aren't. But this is basically saying, build anew. You can do this, and you can do it your way. You can do it unconventionally. You can do it original. You don't have to do it the same way that other people are doing from that thief card there. Okay. We've got health and wellness. We've got bully upside down. Conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Conceals deep fears behind him. Okay, so this is this is also a good one for Americans, right? For the last week and a half, what's been going on. Okay, so conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. Okay, the truth is great. We all love the truth here. We're truth seekers. The detective is finding out the truth. But the way in which we deliver the truth, make sure it's not in a bullying way. Make sure it's not in a degrading way, okay? And it's under health and wellness, so this tells me it has something to do with our mental health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. Could be our physical health too, okay? So watch yourself being a bully, and this includes bullying yourself, okay? You guys know I always use an example of chronic illness of what I'm dealing with. I should not bully myself into not being better this week. That's the message I'm getting from this. So let's not be a bully, guys. People do not respond to that. People, including yourself, like I'm saying, like this is how I'm interpreting it for me. Like, yes, I do get really angry sometimes that my body is not healing as fast as I'd like it to be. And do I think it's going to heal faster by being nasty to it? The answer is no. I do not think that. And it's actually true. It's not going to get better by being nasty. And neither is yelling at people and bullying people. And it says conceals deep fears. It's because we're scared, right? Why would I be bullying myself? Because even though I deep down know in my soul, intuitively, speaking of intuition, I still have fears sometimes, okay? I have fears that I'm not going to get all the way better. I have fears that I'll never make money again. I have fears that I'll never be able to read a full book again. I have fears that that I'll never be on my path again. There's so many things I want to make change and do in my life, and I can't do them, and I'm angry, right? I'm angry, and I have fears around them, right? So I'm acting like this is a therapy session, but that's how it resonates, okay? So let's move on, but do not be a bully to other people or yourself. And again, your mental health is important. Anybody around you that's actually doing that to you, it would be best to get them away from you, to put up boundaries. Even though where did we have that? Oh yeah, drop your shields. But drop your shields, just to be very clear, doesn't mean drop your boundaries. It means put your wall down, okay? Boundaries are different. So definitely put up boundaries if there's a bully. Okay, last but not least, overall outcome. Mirror time, take time to reflect. Okay, so even though we've got some masculine energy cards, doing cards, asking us to take action, we've got asking us to be more disciplined, we also do have a lot of feminine cards, which is intuition. That's on the feminine side of things, okay? So it says take time to reflect, and then we have the balance, right? So even though it's balanced out, this reflection is more of a feminine type of thing. So basically the overall energy, the background energy that's kind of going on here is there's going to be a lot more reflection, a lot more than just co-creating, manifesting, all of that stuff. We're reflecting in general. So something tells me something happened last week. I already mentioned the global thing for us Americans, but other things may have happened. Okay, so we need to reflect on that. And it's not just going back to last week. Okay, it could be 2 weeks ago, could be 3 weeks ago, could be a year ago, could be, for me, 3 years ago. Okay, so this is saying time to reflect on things. And anytime we get the time to reflect, it's basically saying that we can learn something differently from the things that we reflect on. That's why it's always good to be introspective and reflect, because looking back, I'm going to butcher the quote, and I can't think of the quote, but, we must live, let me try. We must live life forward, but we learn from it backwards. I think that's what it is. That's a general consensus, but it's true. We only really learn by doing. I mean, most of the time, let me put it that way. Most of the time. I know for me, my experiences carry a lot more weight than if I were to read it in a book, okay? So your experiences shape you to be who you are today. And so reflecting back on those experiences help us grow and then help create wisdom. I don't know, we don't have a wisdom card really here, but that's really what this is about too. The more you reflect, the more you introspect, the more you learn from the past and your experiences, the more wise you are, okay? And the more spiritually evolved you are, okay? And so this is what it's saying. So definitely take time to reflect for sure. Okay, guys, I like the week, okay? Nothing scary, okay? Very, very curious to see what this nature child is, child nature for your friends group. Okay, could be, again, something as simple as not, declining taking a hike, but maybe you should kind of energy, but let's see. Comments down below, always welcomed, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye guys.